compared to other dough I've done, you know, this is so much longer. It's double the time. It doesn't matter. Every batch of dough is different, and your environment and circumstances will impact and affect how that dough ferments. Morning. I've already shaped a few loaves of bread this morning, and I'm going to make another batch with my starter that I fed yesterday and actually used to make the 5 loaves that we just did, but it still looks happy and active, and I like to have extra bread on hand. We did just get the call that the kids don't have school because of the blizzard, so it gives me a little bit of extra time to play with this morning. Okay, so we're going to start out with 350 grams of filtered water. And I have 2 different ones because I've already boiled this water this morning for my hot tea, so I don't want it to be too hot and burn my starter out. All right, 350. And then we're gonna go in with, see, she's starting to get a little bit hungry, but I don't care. And we're gonna do 150 grams of starter. See, she's just thick as it is anyways. I just must have mixed this up thicker. And I did give her a really big feed. We'll move her over to a new vessel today. Well, the same jar, just a different, same type of jar, just a different one. All right, 159 works for me. So this is all I have left, and that does not stress me out whatsoever because, well, I have a bunch of discard in my fridge, but this will just come back to life with some flour and water. I think that's what people get confused about, that sourdough is so difficult, and it's really not. And a little bit of starter is just kind of, will keep you established and going forever, indefinitely. Okay, we have that mixed up into a nice slurry here. Sorry. And then we're going to go in with 500 grams of bread flour. It doesn't like when I start with my bowl on there. I like my old scale, but I broke it, so I can't complain of this. 500 grams of bread flour. Okay, perfect. Mix this into a shaggy dough, and I delay adding my salt for the first hour. So after an hour of mixing this together, we'll come back, add our salt, slap our dough around to build up some gluten, and then that's when I take my little aliquot sample size with my 2-ounce container. I have a pinned video on my profile that explains the aliquot sample, and it has a chart that I use to determine how many grams to put in my sample cup based on the temperature of the dough. And it's the only pinned video I have on my profile. Get a lot of questions about that, but truthfully that is what has saved my sanity and has helped me have perfectly proofed loaves very consistently. I was just explaining in another video, normally if I make my dough in the morning, it's done by mid-afternoon. It takes about 5 to 7 hours, and it's not because it's been warmer or anything like that. It's still been winter, but last night my dough took, I don't know, almost 12 hours to proof, so it just really varies, and that sample will give you that peace of mind. A little bit of water on here. Okay, just want to make sure that this is all incorporated, so because we'll go ahead and cover this up for 1 hour, and then we'll come back and add our 10, oh, I already got a thing. They all rip anyways. We'll add our 10 grams of salt and take our sample size when we come back. I kind of forgot I had dough going, so we're gonna add our 10 grams of salt here to the dough we threw together this morning. With that, it just does not like when I put my bowl on here. I don't like this new scale. So 10 grams of salt, or 12. I'm just going to use a little bit of water here. And that was more water than I needed for sure. All right, I'm just going to mix this salt in and slap around my dough for a minute. Just want to make sure that salt is incorporated. I need to get my butt moving and get my workout done this morning. Tired. Did not sleep well. I had an alarm set for, it was 2, and then I did 3:30, and then I did 4:30, and I think I finally got up to like 4:45 or 4:30, I guess. But it's fine. I got a lot of stuff done. Just not ready to just now be starting my day, you know. But that's what we're doing. So my dough temperature right now is 69 degrees. Based on 69 degrees, we're going to go with 70 degrees. We're going to do 32 grams of sample size here. And that is based on wanting to get a 75% rise on this dough. So the 32 grams in a 2-ounce container will tell us when we've hit that 75% rise when the dough hits the lid of this cup. That's why you always see me doing this. It has saved me a lot of time, stress, heartache, guesswork, and my loaves have come out beautifully. In here she will go. I'll wash off my thermometer and we'll be back in 30 minutes for some stretch and folds. If I even do those with you guys. I might do it separately. These videos just get way too long and I don't know if anybody's even interested in seeing that process. So 30 minutes and we'll do our second round of stretch and folds.